Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay. So until we get a few people here, I thought that I might start my my throat's dry. My live streams with a poetry that I wrote. So let me move over here. This is from 2002. So these won't be exactly in order, but I just thought it would be good to just, recite one and use up time until we get going. Okay, and I will also put in here. Oops. Come on. Okay, it's working. All right, here we go. All right. This is called Good Night. Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. Thanks for all the fun we had today and again tomorrow. Yay. Good night, moon. Good night, stars. Good night, all you speeding cars whizzing by my bedroom doors. Good night, crickets. Good night, owl. Good night, dogs. Hear them howl at would-be burglars on the prowl. Good night, birds. Good night, bees. Good night, cats and all you fleas, even though you bit my knees. Good night, angels. Good night, Lord. Good night, children so adored. Good night, everyone in the world. So that's to everyone around the world. So, okay. I don't know if there's anybody here, even though it's, who knows what they're doing, man. ScrewTube is giving me such a hard time. Among other things, I am very much under attack in all kinds of ways. So if anybody wants to talk about that, we can talk about that too, because I want this to be a safe place. I don't like hearing that word. I want this to be a place where people can just come and say what they need to say if they need to have support from other people. Hi, P. Who's P? I don't know P. I don't think. Unless you change. People are changing their names, so it's hard to keep up with everybody. I changed mine a little bit. I put intuitive in there, so people know that's how I roll. I work that way. I live that way. I do my healing work that way by intuition. And people, if they want to go to doctors and let them use their science on you, like as Darko Valsic calls it, you might want to check out his channel. Oh shoot, I forgot my book that has all the list of all the words I made. Shit, over the week I was just writing down all these B words. So now I'm just gonna have to do it from memory, and my memory is so freaking bad. I don't know if other people have. Oh, okay. Thanks for coming. So we're doing this ABCs of vveap0nizationABCs because I have to censor myself, which I don't like to have to do. Bullshit stuff they're making us go through. So, anyhow, so I'll have to remember them just as I go, I guess. And then anyone who wants to throw in their word, shoot, I had like at least 6 or 8 of them written down, like as they came to me. So I know a couple of them, started with bio, like bioengineering, biofilm, bio bullshit, everything. So I'm asking you to like interact here and add your own words. So shoot, let me see if I can remember some. Okay, one of the ones was blood, and that's something I can talk about on a personal note because my blood, most of us have really toxic blood, and if you're not doing anything to make it otherwise, your blood's pretty toxic. If you just like do a prick on your finger and observe the color of it, the thickness of it, the texture and the viscosity of it. I have been doing the Self Healers Protocol, which Darko Velsic does. He has YouTube, and then he has WordPress. He has different sites where he's at now that you could go check him out. And he's talking about the diet because he was a veterinarian, and he dropped out of the whole veterinarian business because he says those licenses, doctors, veterinarians, and all of them are all licenses to KI double hockey sticks. And so I don't do doctors. I won't go to a hospital. I'll probably if I were going to get any tats, which I don't think people should do that because you do not know what's in that ink. So take your chances if you want to do it, but I wouldn't trust it. My gut says no. I was going to do, I don't know, a couple of years ago, my daughter and I were going to get matching tats or something, and I just never did do it. She has all kind of tats, but I won't say all kinds. She's got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe different ones. So I won't do that to myself. So I've been doing this this protocol for like almost a year and a half now, and it's like I keep showing you my water that has the sea salt in it, and I use Celtic sea salt. I don't trust the Himalayan because I had some in here, and I'm telling you, I swear it looks like dye, and my gut is telling me not to use that, so I just won't do it. So I just use this Celtic, and I want to get this other kind that is from the Sea of Cortez, but I don't know if it's in stock right now. Your scar, that's true, I bet. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of scars, but my biggest scar is about 12 inches long, and it goes right under my breast, all the way around under here. You can see it when I have a bathing suit or short sleeve shirt on, or a sleeveless shirt on, from losing a lung from having a fungal infection from when I lived in Phoenix for 3 years, somewhere along the way. And that was the first thing I heard when I got there. It was like, beware of the Deadly Valley fever. And I end up with the Deadly Valley fever. So they had to remove the lobe of my left lung. And I don't have any problems with breathing or anything like that. So, and anyhow, so back to the B words here. The one big thing that I'm dealing with, and I don't know, are my morgue people here, they would know about this, the biofilm that just seeps out. I have it coming out my neck in a couple places, in my face on this side here. I have it like it comes out like, it's sort of like sap. It's like sticky, and then it dries out, and then it gets hard, and you have to like scrape it off. And also in my playlist is a clip from Aphrodite. I'll give her a shout out, Aphrodite Rose Starfire. She posted a little clip from a movie. I forget what the name of the movie is. I don't know, it might come back to me, but it might be on a TV show. I think it's on a TV show. And it shows them actually peeling off this stuff. So it's like soft disclosure for this. For some people, if you're, certain ones of us seem to be affected by this Morgellons crap that we have to go through. It's another vector of all the shit that they're doing to some of us people who are targeted, for lack of a better word. I'm going to have to use that word. like they say targeted individuals, but that's a word I think they put out to discredit us, just like all the conspiracy theorist shit. So anyway, the blood that I have been doing this, and my blood was somewhat dark. It wasn't too bad. It's probably better than most people because I'm in better health than most people. I'm like 20 years ahead of the curve, at least 10 to 15, but for some things it's even longer than 20 years. Like the fluoride, I knew about this like 40 years ago that they were doing this shit. And so the blood, since I notice whenever I nick myself or have any blood come from wherever, it's very super bright red, like light color, light texture, light, and it's almost like water. It's very thin. Our blood's not supposed to be really thick and dark like most people's is, and I attribute that to doing all the I drink almost a gallon of water a day with about at least 2 tablespoons of the Celtic sea salt. So that's keeping me hydrated, and my skin is getting so nice, but I attribute it to the water with the salt. Distilled water, I don't believe is good for you. I used to drink that, and then I realized, no, this is pulling the minerals out because there's nothing in the water. So it's going to leach out your minerals in your body. So I've been adding minerals back by using the Celtic sea salt, or not straight from, I harvest it from the ocean and then dilute it like 2 to 1. So when I'm at the ocean, like when I'm in North Carolina or wherever I am near the water here, but it's hard to access it to where I have to climb down the hill and do all this stuff. And it's with this vertigo of mine. Anybody else get that vertigo going on, causing you to be off balance? And so the other thing that I think that's causing my skin to be super soft and smooth and dewy like is from eating so much fat. I'm literally taking butter, there's a B word that's been demonized, and putting like butter in my coffee. I'm using like a tablespoon of butter in a cup of coffee with cream, so it's like extra fat. And I'm doing decaf. I'm not doing regular. And I'm even at that, I'm buying whole bean and having it ground myself, because who knows what they could be putting in the ground coffee. Joe Embriano tried to warn people about that. I heard him saying that, so that's what I was doing anyway. And I heard, who Joe Embriano is. He's the Fullerton Informer. Like, he's got a lot of good information, but it's hard to listen to him when he's always yelling, and people come for the yelling, and I don't go for the yelling. I don't like that, and it's like making it hard for me to even listen to now, and especially when he gets to the end of his video, when he starts pushing the whole deniers of Jesus and all this kind of stuff, the whole religious thing, then he just loses me. So and here comes something else up on my screen. Excuse me. So anyway, my blood is so healthy looking, and just amazing how much difference it is. Like, I mean, it was never really that bad for me because I've been doing this stuff my whole life and avoiding a lot of things. Not that I didn't fall prey to a lot of the bullshit that they're putting out there. And it's like, shit, it got me again, damn. So, but then I, break the spell. I wake up from the indoctrination, but luckily I haven't been through that much like higher education and in fields where they can really, like indoctrinate you really bad. Like, some people are all proud of their history degree, like Owen. Meanwhile, they lied to us about every friggin' thing, and they still are. And World War I never even ended. We're still in that. So, and people are waiting for World War III. They don't even realize the war is on. It's been on, and the shit's hit the fan like a long time ago. So, no one wants to contribute any B words. I have more, but I have to think of them. When you start realizing how many things from so many angles that they're coming from, like people are still compartmentalized where they just know, like all the truthers just know this part, or they focus on the flat earth, and these are all distractions from, what we really need to do is like go inside. That's where all the answers are. People waiting for a savior. We got to save ourselves. The savior is within. That's going to be my new motto. The savior is within. We have to go inside for it. I mean, you can, like, I things come to me, whether it's some kind of download or whatever. Like, I left out of the A's. I left out the Akashic records, which is really more of a it's a like a computer program, like data. And I don't know that much about like the technologies. I'm a tech tart, I admit it. And I've avoided the tech my whole life. I knew that it was going to be EVIL. So this, I don't push any kind of religion. I'm not religious. I'm not political. I'm not affiliated with anything. That's why I can see clearly. I can back up far enough and see everybody doing all these different, all these strings that they have people on, whether it's, this religion or that religion, or um, your the political thing. They got, this person fighting with that person and stuff. I like, just it's just so crazy that people don't see this, but I understand why they don't. But then they don't understand me when I try to talk about it. So it's no wonder I don't really have many friends. I mean, even the friends that I do have do not understand what the heck is going on. So it's like a lot of times I have to just shut up or just dumb myself down to uh, be able to get along with people, so that, because people don't want to hear it. No. So, anywho, so the shoot, I wish I had my book. I wrote these down. Can't believe it. All week long, every time I thought of something else, I went and wrote it down because I knew I wouldn't remember, especially with this ADD that I have that they are disabling me with. Anyone else um, with the ADD going on that, like affecting your life in serious ways? Like just looking at the clock in like a couple seconds, I'd look at it and then a couple seconds later, it's like it did not register. I have to look again. It's awful. Well, I'm trying to talk about the things that are weaponized and demonized. So, like I had a couple of words. Like, so what I'm going to do next is do an ABCs of solutions to save our souls or whatever. Just the opposite, like the good things that are still left that we can do and practice or whatever. Um, so I don't want to lump them all together. I'll do a separate series, or else I can maybe alternate one live on one and one on the other, and just try to go that way. But right now I'm making up my list of all, and I don't usually like write out a script for my live streams or anything. I just do everything. It's all raw and unedited, but I did need to write these down because I would never remember them all. So you could see, because I don't have the list, that I have to try to recall what I wrote down. And I had some good things that I can't think of right now, but our blood is totally affected. You see what's going on with people that are getting all the heart attacks and all the different heart, um, maybe not diseases, but heart infarctions or whatever the different terms are for all the things they make up. So But our brain is fully affected. That's a B word. With the nanotech that people think this nano shit is so good for them. Our bodies are not meant to be invaded by these tiny little nanoparticles, nano-sized things that are crossing the blood-brain barrier. I believe that's what's causing the vertigo and the ADD in me. Because the more I was detoxing, and I was starting to wonder, oh shit, is it coming in or is it going out that it's affecting me so much? Hi, Forever Flowers. How you doing? Yeah, the brain fog. That's for sure. That's a lot of people have that. A lot of young people know. I'm at the library again, and I was talking to the girls up front about about what I was just saying about looking at the clock and not remembering the time. And these are girls in their like 30s saying that happens to them. So it's not just like an aging thing. And we know that the Alzheimer's and the brain things are affected by what? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? It's an A word, the aluminum. So the aluminum, and I don't know what each one of those other ones do, but I know the aluminum affects me, and the lithium affects me, the vertigo. All the heavy metals are, I'm aware that there's a lot of different ones, but I don't know what each ones do. But I know those couple ones, how they affect me. The lithium is that pretty pink stuff in the sky that everybody thinks, oh, what a beautiful sky. Because I'm on Nextdoor app. Does anybody know what Nextdoor is? It's like a local, your community, your neighborhood, and people share stuff or sell stuff or tell you that, is this your dog? Is this your cat? Is it, it's just the local thing. But they are so like, these people are, it's like normies, I guess, like they're just not like awake to anything. Occasionally someone does come on and then they say something and everybody, like, they get attacked or they get shut down. I've already had them cancel my comments because I was responding to somebody else's bullshit, that, okay. All right. Do we have a troll here or what? I mean, just being sad can't fuck your memory. It's crazy when my depressive symptoms are at their worst. I can barely remember my name, it seems. So your next comment is, I'm going to show it. They actually blocked it. I'm going to show it. So tell me if it shows. I don't know how to pronounce Taylor. Is that how you say it? Taylor? I don't know how to say that. So I'm going to show it. See that one that you just posted up there can fuck your memory. They blocked that because they had fucking. I don't really care that much, but Cliff High did an episode about the chemtrails being coal ash. It's a combination of a lot of things, I think. So whatever's in there is going to rain down on us into the soil, into the trees, into the plants, into the food, into everything. It's going to be coming down. Now, whether they're putting it up there for that reason may be that's probably a side effect that they're banking on. But it could be also to block something they don't want us to see, which we don't know, and we won't know probably until they do it. Like, I thought that they were going to pull maybe like a false alien invasion or a false, like, Jesus coming back or some other god or like demon or deity, whatever you want to call it. They're going to, because I was thinking that they might do something silly, like, I had a feeling it would happen in Seattle at the space. Of course, they're going to involve a needle in there, right? So, and that, like, they might bring back Elvis, like, to mock Jesus kind of thing. I'm not a religious thing, and I'm not pushing any kind of religion at all, because I am not religious. At this point, I don't even believe in the God that they gave us. So this is not a place for praying and all that stuff, because I'm against the praying, the way they're having people do it. Like, it's just sad what they're making people do. Okay, cold ash would have heavy metals. And if you will recall, is that there was a big issue for years about coal ash in the waterways in coal mining towns. Yeah. So, okay, what did that just make me think of? It made me think of something Lolita said. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with Lolita Caroli, because she's somebody I follow. And she's a master astrologer of the Hellenistic astrology. I don't go for any of this New Age Western astrology stuff. It's just nonsense. It's a distraction from. And she talks about all kind of weird things that are tying into stuff like like Madonna and Lady Gaga and stuff. How they're like double. I kind of knew this when people were saying, "Oh, it's not a man, it's a woman," or vice versa. I think they're both. I think they're both men and women, because they worship the Baphomet, or the whatever, which is double sexed. So people that thought they were the other sex, I think that they're both sexes. So she was talking about, she was reading their charts and explaining a lot of things that made sense to me, because I was like onto some of this before, when all these trans investigations started happening about all the people in Hollywood, and you have to just whatever. But the way she describes it, it ties it all together too. And she's tying it into the ancient astrology, not this new age stuff. Like fluoride in toothpaste, using waste products in products we use daily. Well, I quit buying all the paper products. I don't even buy toilet paper. I use old towels, like old the thinner cotton towels, the way they used to be. These new ones are not really even cotton, but the new cotton is not even good anymore now. And I used to be a fanatic about cotton. I always got organic cotton stuff, and now I don't trust it because of what they're doing to it. They're putting shit into everything, into the fabrics, into the products, and the plastics. That's everything is out after us. I mean, to get us to get sick. We should be living at least 120 years. I thought I was going to live to be 118, and but now I don't want to be here. So I'm hoping. I mean, I'm not planning. I'm not suicidal. I'm not planning to unalive myself, but I actually kind of look forward to it. But this time when I go, I will not go to that white light, the false light, the light. When if you've had a near-death experience, has anyone here had it? Then I have, and I remember that light and being love bombed and everything. But I came back. I didn't, I ended up back here. I was being strangled, and I went out. So about the fluoride, though, the fluoride is the byproduct of the aluminum industry in these big vats where they do that. They scrape it down. It's the byproduct of it. It's all this sludge they take off the sides of these big vats, and they put it in our water. Oh, so that was the thing I was thinking about. Lolita was talking about water everywhere, astrologically and everything, but not a drop to drink. The water everywhere is contaminated, just like the food. Try and find cotton underwear. Well, even if you could, the cotton's been contaminated, so you're better off. Like, I get like my clothes from the thrift stores from long ago. Like, try to get the older the better. The newer stuff is not to be trusted. And I started telling you about, I get towels, like not those big fluffy towels. I mean, you could use those, but the older ones that are sort of worn and they're thinner, and I cut them into little like 4-inch squares, 3 or 4-inch squares. And then I use that for my toilet paper. So then, like, the ones just to pee, I can just wash those and use them over. And then the other ones I just throw away. And I just cut them into big things, and they last, like, one towel will last a couple months. And it doesn't cost anything. You can get them from the thrift store for 50 cents or, the most like 99 cents or something like that for a big towel. And then you just cut them into all these tiny pieces, and then you just stick them in a baggie or a bag or whatever. And I put them in my pants pockets and just carry them around with me. So I always have toilet paper on me. It's not paper, it's fabric. So I look like your friend Chris's grandmother. I'm a grandma now. My grandson just turned 1 year old last month. And when I was talking to my daughter like a couple days ago, we talk on Messenger because she's up in Canada in Vancouver. And he sees me, and he's all happy. He gets a big smile. He recognizes me through the screen. Not that I like him to be on the screen, but it's only like once a week or something like that. And I mean, I'd like it to be more, but I can't really expect that. But then this time I was asking my daughter, is he walking yet? And she said, no, he's not. But he's like about ready to. And while he was on the screen, I managed to get a screenshot of him letting go of everything. He was literally standing on his own, and he started clapping for himself. I got a picture of that. So it's so cool. So, and he just turned 1. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm all happy about it. He's so cute. And the funny thing is, he looks like a little miniature Woody Harrelson because he's got the tooth gap, and he smiles. He looks just like him. At first, I couldn't figure out who the heck is he reminding me of, and then I saw it. And then it turns out somebody posted a little girl who looks like him, but not as much as my grandson does. So I don't know. Maybe sometime I'll bring a picture of him or something, and I'll show you here. I don't want to post it online though, because who knows with all these friggin' pedos. If they see somebody, a baby that they want, they can get it, I'm sure. Especially if they're of the elite, which we shouldn't even be calling them elite. We got to think of another name to call those fucking creeps, slobs, freaks. I call them freaks. Old baby blankets. Yeah, I guess you could use that. Whatever works for you, I don't like synthetic fabrics, and most of them are made that way. So I still go for the cotton, but it's the old cotton, like that are like 10 or 20 more older like stuff. That's why I get it from the thrift store, because you're not going to get the new stuff in the stores. There's not going to have anything good in fabric wise. And the other thing that I try to seek out is I almost got a pair today. It was 100% linen. Linen protects you from radiation. So I was at this store that is like a consignment place, and they had a pair of pants that fit me perfectly, just the way I like them. But they were a blend of 50% linen and 50% rayon, which is, I don't know, it might have been okay, but I didn't get them. And then I found 100% linen pair of pants, but they were so big, and it said medium, and I'm like a size 6. Some 8s fit me too, but I'll probably start going down. Like, I gain weight over the winter. I'm like a bear. I gain weight for the winter, and then I slowly start to lose it towards the summer. Then I'll gain it back over the keep me warm. I get cold really easily, and for some reason I have a really low temperature. My temperature is always like 97.6 or 97.7 or 5 or something. It's like a whole degree lower than, I don't know why that is. So see what we're going. Yeah, I'm looking to go to the void, and I'm preparing myself, hopefully, to do that. I'm cutting loose of all my shit, all my belongings, my just everything, and it's really hard to do this. I mean, on multiple levels, but the emotional level, especially. Like, I'm coming across all these like little cards my daughter made for me when she was little, and I love you, and even just all these things that are like tugging on my heart that I have to literally throw away. She doesn't want them, I don't think. I mean, I'll give them to her if she wants them, but I doubt it. Um, and my daughter's a normie. She's gotten 2 of them so far that I know of. I hope she doesn't get the 3rd one. And she's doing it to her baby, and I never did it to her whole life. So, anyhow, that just makes me sad. So I need money right now because of the money I managed to get together to buy this RV, and I wrecked the RV within 2 months. It was totaled. I'm still living in it, but I can't really stay living in it. I can't really travel in it. I mean, it runs, and I can, use it to go here and there to the market and stuff like that. Because I usually go to the farmer's market to get my stuff, and I don't really do the vegetables, even though it's a farmer's market. But there's other things they have there. I get eggs, like farm. This is all from the farm eggs, meat. They sell, the ranchers have their meat there that's coming from their farms. It's not like commercial meat, which I won't eat. Like, I try to eat something somebody offered, like made a thing of meatloaf and potatoes and stuff like that, and I took one bite of it, and it was like, ugh. My body said no, no, no. And I do eat meat. That's the main thing I eat, is meat and eggs and butter and, animal-based stuff. If you want to know more about that, you should check out Dr. Anthony Chafee. Just look how healthy that guy looks. I mean, granted, he's a lot younger than me, and I look pretty healthy for 72 years old. My skin is so nice and smooth, and it's better than. I still have these things here, these fucking jowl things, but my skin, I don't have any wrinkles. Look, no wrinkles. I mean, on my skin, on my legs, even around my knees and my elbows, is all smooth. It's like like sometimes it's all dry, like it used to be more dry and wrinkled and whatever, and it's smooth. My elbows and my knees and everything. So, and I attribute it to the water and the fat, both together. That's helping, like, keep me puffed out and not shriveling up like a prune, or like, raise. It's like I went from, like, when you're young and your skin is like a grape, like it's puffy and it's full of water, and the older you get, the more it gets like a raisin, and now it's reversing. Like, I never got that bad. Like, I didn't really have that many wrinkles because I was always pretty healthy I don't have the GoFundMe going. I'm selling all my own stuff to try to raise money to get another vehicle. I want to get a cargo van. So I'm trying to manifest that. I'm trying to imagine what I want, how I want it. I want it to be white, or at least pastel light. I don't want a dark, like black or gray, or I don't want a dark vehicle that gets hot in the summer, because I travel around the country and it gets really hot in some places. So I have a grandson named Chris. I have a stepfather named Chris and a brother named Chris. That was it wasn't the same father, although they raised me and him saying that we were siblings, offspring of this stepfather I had that was a friggin' pedophile. And I found out that he wasn't my father. I kind of knew he wasn't my father I mean, me and my brother were tall. I mean, I was 5'7" and my brother was over 6 foot, and this man was only 5'3". It's like, no way, this is my father. And I didn't want to have anything to do with him. And my brother, who was not his real son, was named after him, but he died when he was 23 on his motorcycle. So I lost my only sibling that had both the same mother and father. All my other siblings have different fathers. So I changed my name because I did not want to be associated with this man. They gave me his last name, so I changed my last name, my first and last name. My name was Catherine, so it was still Cat, and then I changed it to Catania. I based it on numerology, on the number 6, because that's my life number, and my life changed for the better after doing that. And I did it officially. I did it legally. I paid I did it when I was in Canada. They wanted $250 to do it in California, and then I left California, went in '95, and went to Canada. So I did it up there, and it was only $125 Canadian. So Canadian money is not worth as much. So it costs like 3 or 4 times as much, at least 3 times as much in American funds to do it. I don't know how much it costs now. So anyhow, okay, so let me try to think of another one of those B words. BA. We could talk about the Baphomet or ball. Oh, I know one of the things. Okay, this ties in A to B, and then we'll go B to C and down the line. A to B is the chemical on the periodic table, which I don't think is. I think there's something fishy about the whole periodic table, but I don't know what it is yet. I'm not clear on it, so I'm not going to really talk about that. But the initials for aluminum are AL, and the initials in chemistry for barium are BA, and you put BA with AL, and what do you got? Oh, yeah, I haven't been really pushing it. I'm trying to do what I can on my own without having to ask for help from people. I mean, my daughter was going to help me write it up and, the wording and stuff like that, but she's so busy right now with the baby and everything, so I don't know. But maybe I'll end up putting it up because I can't drive this RV that I have only gets 6 miles to a gallon. I can't go driving all over the country with, as it is. I was already paying half of what income I did get from my Social Security, that disability checks that I get monthly, and more than half of that goes just to gas, just to keep me warm, not really driving all over the country like I was. I can't afford to do that. So that's why I have to get another vehicle and just walk away from another one. This will be my 4th vehicle. I originally had a Cadillac a 94 Cadillac that I loved, and it was in actually good condition. I never had anything wrong with it. And this year it would have been a classic because it was a 94, and 30 years is what a classic is. And now I'm just bummed out that I just gave up that car and walked away from it. They gave me like $300 for it, but it would be worth so much more now. But I was in a stuck situation. I got talked into buying that SUV that I was told that the transmission was rebuilt, and it wasn't, and it died. I broke down in Oregon and sat there for 3 weeks trying to figure out what to do. So then I got this other vehicle, and now I just kept saving the money and parlaying it into what I have now, and I can't even I got through the winter up here in Washington, which is lucky that, because I usually go down to the desert, like Southern California or Arizona, like Quartzsite. I won't go to Slab City. I was there a couple times, and I won't ever go there again. It's disgusting. My daughter called it Slob City. I'm surprised I didn't think of that because it is like Slob City. But I mean, there's some nice people there, but for the most part, they're not the kind of people I want to be around. They're kind of the bottom of the barrel of humanity, I guess. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this whole human thing. Something about it doesn't jive with me. I don't know if anyone else that has that. So, anywho, I don't know if I'll put up another one or not. But if I have anything I can sell to anybody, I'll sell you. I'm selling like my jewelry. I have an opal. I don't know how many carats it is. But I do know that I have a piece of moldavite. Shoot, I should bring that and show people because that's something I could mail to somebody if they want to. And I heard that it's like going for like $55 a gram. And when I bought it, I don't remember what I paid for it, but I remember being told that if you're going to invest in it, you should get something over 10 grams. So it's like an investment and, down the line, which now, if it is true, that piece that I have is 11 grams, so it would be worth $550. So maybe I should have like a little auction and auction it off and see who wants to buy it, so I can raise money to get another vehicle to live in. I mean, I can live in what I have, but I can't travel in it. And I like doing the van life and traveling all over the country and meeting people. And I have someone else lined up that I can meet up with that said they would. So maybe you guys want to listen to him. He has some good information if you are, and he's building his own, what does he call it? I don't even know what he called it, but it's like his pyramid thing. His name is, well, I won't tell you his name, but his channel is called Infinite Corridors. Before mine, it is worth spending $100 on having. Yeah. No, I don't buy it from dealers because car salesmen are fucking ridiculous. They're just awful. They keep these stupid emojis over here, so I can't read the rest of your. Oh, here we go. Secondhand car dealers are not exactly known for being the most honest people. No shit. That's why the one vehicle I did buy was the SUV Yukon that I didn't even make it back to Washington. I broke down in friggin' near Portland, not in Portland, thank God, because Portland is awful. Portland and Seattle are like gone. They're just really bad. I mean, if you see the people in the streets and the drug addiction and the whole thing that they're doing by design. It's sad to watch this. I'm an empath, so it's hard for me to watch this. And I know that because I don't know if anyone else is in here is an empath or thinks they are or realizes that they are. But we're the ones that are very targeted because they don't want us doing what we do, trying to help people to heal. So it's even kind of warm in here, but it's been actually nice here in Washington because it's constantly raining. Never ending rain. And I love the rain. I even changed my name to Rain. That was my name I changed it to because I love the rain so much. So, yeah, I will do that. Like, this vehicle that I got, it runs great. The RV I got runs really great. It just uses so much gas. And now it's got a big hole in the top, as you can see on my other videos showing the big hole that there's like a couple tarps I have over top of it to keep out the wind and the rain and some of the cold, but it uses up a lot of gas just trying to keep it warm in there. But at least I'm not on the street. But I do a lot of outreach helping other homeless people, directing them to places where they can get food and showers and help and think, like things they could use, toiletries, shampoo, odd things like all that kind of stuff, clothes, whatever. So, and my friend is very involved in it, and um, so I try to help her by extension. So I'm in touch with all these different people that are doing the outreach in this area. So I'm trying to like pay it forward whatever I can from the help that I ever get from people. Um, so yeah, there's that. So I was working at this, not working like a job, but like I volunteered to cook at a church on Tuesdays for the people in the community that are hungry. Um, and we were talking and throwing out ideas, and they were saying like give them sandwiches and stuff. I go, well, it's winter time. Why don't we just make them some soup and chili or something, a hot meal? And so that's what we ended up doing. And I made these hot meals, these soups and stuff like that. Some of them I can't even eat myself because I am really restricted on my diet. So, but I made these good things, and I'm like a chef. So I was doing it like an artist, and I got these people telling me what to do. It's like, no, I'm doing this. You can help cut up the vegetables or whatever, but I'm in charge here. And so they were doing stuff on the slide, like this one lady, Japanese lady, just threw in like 3 things of garlic, like so much garlic. It just like I didn't see it, and it like ruined it. I had to like try to double it and add more ingredients. And people just, you don't tell an artist how to paint or how, a chef how to cook. People just, so anyway, that was okay. I got over that initially. Like I had established, I'm doing this. You can help me, but I'm in charge. I'm calling the shots here. So they kind of got that idea. But then after a while, these are Christians, and I get this Christian crap all the time. I'm sorry if there's any Christians here, but they give Christianity a bad name when they do this shit. They started every time the pastor wasn't there. I mean, the pastor was grateful for me being there and doing this and volunteering to do it, that I was willing to do the work and everything. I gave him the list of the food to get every week, what we need, da 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 da. And but the way the people were acting when he wasn't there, they try to pull this holier than thou bullshit. Because, like I said, I'm not religious. I don't buy into any of this crap. And then they get together and attack me. I mean, they were calling me names and telling me, oh, you're lost and you're not saved and you're all this shit. Like they think they know better. They're under this spell that I can see that they don't realize that they're under, but yet they're going to tell me what to do because they're just full of it. So then this one guy there, this other guy that always came and caused problems with everybody, he called me a homosexual. It's like, shit, dude. That's like uncalled for. And he slammed the door in my face because I went to go, because they offered showers there, and I got there like a half an hour early before everybody else, so I could be the first one to take a shower, so I could go cook. So I do that, and then I go in the shower, and then there's no the towels that are normally right outside the door, there was none there. So I had to go find the girl and get them from her. And while I did that, he ran into the like a little kid, like ran in. This is an older man. He's like 60 something, I guess. I don't know how old he is, but he went in there, and then I knock on the door. I go, Victor, why are you doing this? Actually, he's right here, right now in this library too. I should go call him. I say, I should call him out loud. Hi, you faggot. He called me in. Why did he need to do that? That was so uncalled for. He slammed that door in my face. When I told him, I was going in there next. Why are you doing this? And he just slammed the door in my face. And then later he called me a homosexual. And I'm so far from that because I don't even approve of homosexuality. I think it's a deviation. It's a fucked up thing that people are like that. And I even had a gay brother. So, and my one sister, I think, was maybe bisexual. I don't know. I just don't approve of that. So I'm not going to be the person that's like that. So I think he's out there now. I should say it out loud. He said it out loud in front of everybody in the church. We're surrounded by other fake Christians. So if you're you know, if you're one of them, you don't want to be here because I ain't having it. So I'm all down with Jesus being cool and stuff. Jesus is just all right with me. But I don't believe in him as a savior. And these people that think he's going to come save them, he even said, do not worship me. So why are these people who are promoting Jesus worshiping Jesus when he said not to? They're such hypocrites. So anyhow, so I'm supposed to go meet somebody tonight, maybe. I don't know how late, how it says that there's the sunset is at, shit, I don't remember, 6:30? I mean, not sun, yeah, sunset at, I don't know, I just need to do it before it gets dark because I have to get all this stuff I have out of the storage unit, and there's no electricity in there, so you can't see if it gets dark. So I'll have to do that at some point. So anyhow, yeah, I have to check out with her, and it's almost 5:20 here, so it's been almost been an hour. So nobody wants to. Let me see. Okay, one person did say something. What did they say? Oh shoot, I don't see where it went. Oh, can I move this over so it's away from behind those? Shoot. Sorry. Okay. Somebody said something. Oh yeah, the brain fog or brains. So that was somebody contributing there. So I don't know. I wanted to make this sort of somewhere where people can come and say what they're going through if you're willing to share what you're going through, because there's other people who don't know that they're not the only ones going through stuff, that they are literally doing things to us. I've been having weird little stuff happening to me. It's like it's mind fuckery stuff, like gaslighting. And it's like I can't prove it, but there's things happening that's like it just doesn't seem possible. Like I just wipe the counter off, make sure it's dry. I go back and then it's wet. I look to see if there's any other place that it dripped from here or there or anything. And there's no other place it could have came from, and it's wet there. I don't know how there's some of these things. And it's just, and the other thing, I don't know if other people are noticing this, when you type, when you're like leaving a comment somewhere, and I'm not allowed to leave comments in a lot of places, they're disappearing or they just don't show up in the very at all. I can't be seen, and I don't know how many live chats now that people don't see me. Like I say, can you see me? Can you see me? And I don't get an answer. Now some places I do, so I know that I'm still okay there, but it's just building up where I just keep getting like more and more shadow banned everywhere. And the other thing I was starting to say is like when I type a comment, there's all these mistakes. Okay, that's probably my thing here. Okay, I'm gonna have to shut it down. Hello? Can you hold on a second? Is this, who's calling? Oh, okay, I thought it was someone else. Yes? Oh, really? Oh, shit. Okay. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know. I'll just give it to somebody that can fix it. It's, oh. Well, if you're going to donate it, what's the difference? If you donate it, it's still broken. uh, huh. Okay. Either way, I guess you can. I don't care. Okay. Thanks. Okay. All right. That wasn't who I thought it was. Sorry. I thought that was the girl I have to go meet. So, but I'm going to have to probably end pretty soon because I have to go meet her. So, okay. I forgot what we were talking about now. Shoot. I don't even remember. Okay. Shoot, I can't think of any of the other words now. Oh, books. Books are weaponized, and not just the words, but you know how they're like changing a lot of. I mean, a lot of the books. I don't even trust books that are sold through regular publishers, like commercial publishers and stuff like that. I go more for the books that are self-published, like the Ringing Cedars of Russia. It's a 9-book series, and I've read the whole series through 4 whole times. And every time I read it, I get another level of information. Now, some of the things I question some of the things, but there's still a lot of intel in there that is helpful. And it focuses a lot on homesteading, which a lot of people are getting into. If you can do it, I would be doing it if I could, but I'm not in the position to really do it. I mean, I would love to have a little piece of land somewhere and just take it from there, have my own gardens and stuff, like grow my own spices and herbs and medicinal stuff. Like I did that when I was in Canada and Victoria. I had a big backyard. At that time, I was still eating the vegetables, which I don't do that. I mean, I do some here and there, but I don't pretty much. I learned about that, and my gut started telling me to stop eating the vegetables, and vegetables are not healthy. The fiber is a lie. That fills you up with so much it's just wrong. It's just totally wrong. When you start to know about what's going on with the food situation, the food is a big deal. Oh shoot! Speaking of food, here's my food card, my food stamp card. See? But they take them at the farmers markets. If anybody goes to a farmer market to buy their stuff, you can use your food stamp card there. So okay, this other person's probably gonna call me pretty soon here, so I will probably. It's been a little over an hour, so I'll probably just end it here, and hopefully everybody is healthy and happy. And I'm not going to tell you to stay safe because that's a curse. So if you don't know that, think about it when you're telling your loved ones. Tell them to stay happy, stay laughing, stay smiling. So that's what I'm going to say to you. Stay smiling and be happy, everyone around the world. Catch you next time. Bye.